I absolutely love my children. I have two beautiful, wonderful, intelligent children that are the light of my life and I absolutely adore, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I gave them the gift of life and they gave me back the gift that just keeps right on giving. Hemorrhoids! Yay! Do you ever feel like hemorrhoids are the universe's cruel joke on anyone who just gave birth? I found a solution that actually works. I'm going to share with you what finally helped to ease my pain and to ease my inflammation. For me, what I discovered was that hemorrhoids showed up as an unwanted souvenir after I had given birth to my kids. It was painful. The first time I saw all of the bleeding, I absolutely panicked. I was sure that I had cancer and that I was dying. Finding relief for that was definitely not easy. I went to my general practitioner. She went through all of the steps that I could take. Unfortunately for me, the hemorrhoids that I have are right on the little hole where the poo comes out. I'm trying to keep this G-rated. I'm trying not to say all the words that I really want to say, but you can kind of imagine that. And one of the solutions is to tie it off, essentially. Mine was not big enough for that solution, and it kind of tends to come and go rather than just staying there. And so that traditional method didn't work for me. So I had to look for something else that would work long term. There are a lot of amazing creams that you can use that really do help provide temporary relief, but it's not like something that you can use every day. And I will tell you, when I was traveling in France, I actually had to go find hemorrhoid cream, and all of the boxes are in French. And this was before you could just like have Google Translate, just highlight something and it would tell you what it was. Fortunately for me, I called my husband back in the United States at like, $8 a minute or something. And I was telling him what the active ingredients were so he could tell me which one I actually needed to use. So in case you go to France, I do know how to buy hemorrhoid cream there. So yay me. But I'm going to show you something that really surprisingly helped me a lot. Welcome to my bathroom. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I have tried all of the usual treatments. So I've tried maximum strength hemorrhoid cream, multiple brands. I also have prescription strength hydrocortisone acetate suppositories. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Super fun to use. And they did help. All of them have helped to some extent, but I still needed something to get more relief. And so what I discovered and what I'm going to share with you now is something different, a bidet. And unfortunately for me, I discovered this after the great toilet paper scare of 2020, but this thing is amazing. Let me just tell you, instead of irritating your bottom like toilet paper can, especially if you're wiping constantly, the gentle water stream from the bidet, which I'm going to show you in just a second, helps to reduce all of the inflammation and the pain almost immediately. Now, I will say, if you have diarrhea, shall we say, and are using a lot of toilet paper or something, it's going to become irritated and inflamed. And even the pressure from the water can hurt you a little bit at that point. It's pretty uncomfortable. But just for general use, I use less toilet paper. It's less abrasive on my bottom. It's easier to use. It's just all around such a great, simple solution without having to use all of the messy creams and stuff. So what I want to do is I'm going to show you how it works and then tell you a little bit about my experience with it afterwards. Here's my toilet. Yay. You can use any bidet. I'm going to share with you the one that I used because I felt like this one was pretty easy to install. I say that, I made my husband do it. But you can kind of see there's a tube thingamajig that goes up here and into this. And then it still connects into your regular water back there. And then it just detaches, you detach your seat, you put this on here. And I will say I rock a lot back and forth to get all of my spots. So eventually I did crack it a little bit, but we've had this now for 2 years and it's still in great shape. So what I liked about this one is that there's the tushy section right here. And then for the ladies, there's also the front section if you want to clean that out as well. So I'm going to turn it on knowing this thing is probably going to squirt me in my face. Let's see how it goes. And what I like is that it varies in pressure. So you can see that it kind of increases right there. Hang on. There we go. Okay, I just totally got everything soaked, but you can see it kind of peeking out back there. And then if you wanted to see what it looks like when it goes to the front part, still Okay, now my whole bathroom is soaked. But you understand my point. So now that my bathroom is completely wet, hopefully you have some idea of how a bidet kind of squirts out in order to provide you with some hemorrhoid relief. But after I use my bidet, I just feel cleaner. I feel more comfortable. The inflammation and the irritation and the pain has been a lot more manageable since I switched over to using my bidet. So it's something that I definitely recommend for you, especially if you, like me, have postpartum hemorrhoids and are looking for a gentle hemorrhoid treatment, maybe an alternative to some of the traditional methods that's relatively inexpensive and easy to use, I would definitely recommend the bidet. My husband and I have been talking about renovating our house for 11 years now, I guess, at this point. If we ever actually go through with it, I may get like a really nice toilet that has a bidet attachment to it, you know, the one that warms your bottom and does everything for you. I would love to get that. In the meantime, I think that this is a great inexpensive option, especially if you catch it during a sale like on Prime Day or something like that. So if you are looking for relief after post childbirth hemorrhoids, consider looking into a bidet. To be fair, not everyone will find hemorrhoid relief using a bidet. But if you're dealing with that pain, if you're dealing with that inflammation, I really feel like it's worth a try. I still use my hemorrhoid creams. I think that those are great. They just tend to be a little bit messy, which is part of the reason I really don't like them. And if you use them too often, it kind of seems to, the efficacy seems to wear off. So that's part of the reason that I really like having a bidet. I do think it's worth putting in your arsenal as an option to try if you're looking into something. Really, I know, you know, if you're watching this video, hemorrhoids are no fun. They're not. But there are ways that you can find relief. And for me, switching to a bidet has been a game changer. It's the best thing that I've tried, and it has made such a huge difference in my daily comfort. So let me know if it's worked for you. Tell me any experiences that you have or any suggestions on things that you've done, especially if you're traveling and having to deal with hemorrhoids. Please like and subscribe and hit my notification bell for more fun videos like this in the future.